Jeremy Stephens versus Dooho Choi to start off 2018 in the UFC. What a fantastic main event this is going to be. Two guys that didn't go in there and they're going to scrap. Now listen, interesting breaking this down. I keep going back and forth. Jeremy Stephens has that power. There's no question about it. If he hits you, you're going down. There's no question about that. But I look at Dooho Choi and I look at the countering capabilities that he has. You know, the straight punches versus the looping punches. The fact that he does measure distance well, that he does answer the offense very, very well with those counter strikes. So I'm leaning towards Dooho Choi. I think Jeremy Stephens, a very, very live underdog. This could be a very, very fun fight. But for me, give me Dooho Choi. Maybe decision. Maybe he gets a late TKO.
Dooho Choi has been in there and has blown people away. But when he went in there with a seasoned campaigner, Cub Swanson, who was able to hang in there and go the distance with him, it was Swanson that came out the other side victorious. I think we might be about to see history repeating itself with Jeremy Stephens, the more experienced man, knowing how to negotiate the full 3-round course and coming out the other side with a decision victory.
So this should be a really fun featherweight fight. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyway, both these guys deliver tons of action, and for Choi, I see him being as his most dangerous in the opening 2 rounds, where he has given lots of other people's problems. However, Stephens has shown that time and time again he will come back from adversity, much like he did against Dennis Bermudez, and I do see him as being hard enough to be able to withstand the amount of punishment that Choi will deliver in the opening 2 stanzas. So while I do expect an impressive performance from Choi, I do think that Stephens will win a unanimous decision.
You know, most of the fans expect a knockout in this fight, and I do too. And I think that Dooho Choi will finish this fight. You know, Stephens, he's very dangerous, he has power in everything that he does, but mostly he has the biggest success when it comes to brawl. He's always the one that comes out of the brawl better than his opponents. But I don't think that this will be a brawl. I think that Dooho Choi will keep it very technical and actually will finish this fight by, I can be specific, I think he'll finish it by a right straight, and I do think he'll do it in the later rounds.
I think Jeremy Stephens is going to come out and try and load up and look for the finish early on. A guy who claims to be the hardest hitting featherweight in division. Last 5 fights have gone to decision. I think Jeremy gets frustrated the further the fight goes. I think we saw that against Frankie Edgar and Moicano as well. So I just expect Dooho Choi to be a little bit more cerebral, get off a little bit more as the fight progresses and as Jeremy Stephens tries to load up more. So for me, I'm looking at a late stoppage or a decision. It's going to be a barn burner in St. Louis on Sunday night.